Hi, welcome back to part, 53 of Aiko. And why are we talking about Aiko? Well, Aiko dropped two different things. This is a big video where she talks about last year. And what's last year? Well, if you don't know, here's some videos that can take this can give you some information. This can give you, this can give you, this can give you, these can give you all information. And this is kind of like in order for the most part of the drama. But what's going on is same Aiko, same issues. And what the issues started as was Edwin and Babs had this drama. Aiko took on the drama, and throughout multiple live streams, she teased a bunch of stuff. She talked like she didn't actually release any information. She just teased that she had it. Okay. And then sometimes she would say things, but she was like, I'm not showing proof right now. Just wait. It's all going to come out in this big, huge stream that I'm going to do. Okay. And she's still doing that. And so that's what starting with this is. Okay. But I need to give you the TLDR because see this video? This was actually made by Colton, okay? And what had happened was this big, just one of these big, huge revealing things, big leaks that Aiko was talking about was where Edwin, like back in the day, did like this YouTube thing where they had a Snapchat and you can go to Snapchat and add him, and he would send like photos to everyone that followed him and different messages to everyone that like automated stuff. Okay. Was it automated? I don't know. It probably could have been copy and paste. I don't know what Snapchat was like back then, but either way, they made it out to be this huge, like damning Edwin's been talking to minors thing. And what we found out was that was Aiko's story that she was going to release, but she got too stressed out and it was too much for her. And Colton released it. Okay. And then Colton was like, oh, she like trying to play off like he was forced to release it or something. But really what happened was Aiko gave him the information and he ran with it. Okay. And he did a horrible job trying to make it like Edwin was some PDF file. It was a mess, okay? And it was a big old nothing burger that was blown out of proportion and got everyone ready for nothing. And I think that she's doing it again. So let's get into the newest ish, okay? And by the way, I know that my mic is doing something weird on the background. I've tried to fix it. I can't fix it. Get over it.
Can't see. Oh, it's Xylee. Thank you, Xylee. Xylee, shout out. Xylee wanted me to say shout out her buddy Edwin while we're on the stream. She's gonna be very mad. She's gonna be very mad that I just said that. No, she didn't fucking say that.
What the fuck would she be mad?
I mean, yeah. Why would she be mad about that after she, atoned for her sins against Edwin?
Now what Aiko's talking about is Xylee had made a claim, like there was a big drama, and Xylee had basically alluded or I don't know. Basically Xylee tried to make Edwin out to be an essayer, okay? And then, everyone gave her shit about it, and she had to apologize to Edwin, rightfully so, because in no way, shape, or form during the Babs Edwin drama was SA ever a thing, okay? So, yes. But I guess Aiko does not, and even in this stream, you'll see, Aiko does not like any ounce of charitability towards Edwin, no matter what. Okay. Just me saying that Edwin's not a PDF file might piss off Aiko. Okay. So that, and like I said, same Aiko, same-ish. Hopefully this video is not going to be too long.
When you are not well liked around this sector. I hate to say it, but that is the case.
I'm sorry. She's the one that made the false accusation against me. Why am I?
What are the false?
Here.
Whoa, wait. Right, I didn't know you could do that. What? Okay. Based Aiko for knowing. Did you see what she did though? She like did a customized speed. That's cool. Okay. Anyways, carry on.
Sorry, she's the one that made the false accusation against me. Why am I?
What are the false allegations, Edwin?
Huh?
What are the false allegations?
She was saying, she got Repzilla to say, she pressured him to say that I sexually abused a woman in a car, which was fucking crazy.
What the? Wait, hold on. She pushed Repzilla to say that you sexually abused a woman in a car?
Yes, dude. Come on, you remember that clip? I mean,
yes, and that is true. Just like I like Xylee, and me and Xylee are cool, but she did push that. That's like you can talk around it all you want, and Nick is really close with Xylee, so understandably, but also I think that he's baiting this conversation. I don't know, or trying to like bait drama between Edwin and Xylee. I have no idea, but even Nick knows that that happened, or he doesn't. I can't assume his mindset. It just sounds like he's trying to bait a drama between Edwin and Xylee to me, because Nick was one of the people that criticized Xylee for this. So, but entertainment. It's all in the name of entertainment, y'all.
he apologized, to me in private and stuff.
Oh, this is the conversation. I'm remembering what happened here. Hold on, this is.
Yeah.
What I can't remember exactly the context of what happened.
What do you call that?
Okay, fair, because I barely know I barely remember anything, so I'm going to side with Nick actually not remembering the context of the conversation, because unless it personally affects me or I made a video about it, I don't remember anything. If I comment on a drama but I don't make a video about it, or it's not about me, don't expect me to remember anything about it. Because that's just, I'm just being real, okay? I have shit memory.
What do you call that?
Oh yeah, she overextended her hand on that one. That is true.
And then Bo Black was like, "Why would you do that? Why would you take down?"
Yeah, but you were happy she did that, weren't you? Because then
no, I wasn't fucking happy, dude.
I was calling your bluff, buddy. You were happy she fucked that
dude,
up.
No, I was.
That made it way easier on you. Yeah.
That made it way easier on you. Yes, it did.
Yeah, I hate this idea that people want someone to overextend their hand, quote unquote, or make false allegations because it makes it easier for them during their drama of allegations. Like that. Like, I don't think anybody wants that out. Like, I don't want, because the problem with that mindset, this is in regards to like Nick and Aiko thinking that it made it easier for Edwin. The problem with that mindset is that you're saying, hey, if I'm in drama, I would love for someone to make false, essay allegations against me, because that will just make it easier for me to fight against the drama. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Why does nobody want that? Because it doesn't matter if it's if some of the community fights back on it. There's going to be some people that will still believe it no matter what. Okay? So false allegations in the midst of a drama filled with other allegations doesn't make it easier in any way, shape, or form. Because even now, there are people that are convinced that Edwin and Salvo SA'd Babs in the car. Okay? And whether or not they're joking or picking fun or serious, it doesn't matter. That's out there now. And it's not going to go away. Okay. There was a stream, I think it was this stream where Keemstar calls in and he's like, hey, Edwin, I heard that you had some PDF file allegations against you, maybe stop touching kids, or stay away from the kids, like, yes, Keem was joking, but still nobody wants that. Joking or not, nobody wants that ever. There's certain allegations that are like easy to brush off, but when it comes to essay, PDF stuff, or grape, nobody wants that. Even if it's proven false, there are still going to be idiots on the internet that will still spread that as fact. And there's no tone indicators. There's no telling whether or not they're joking or they're being serious, because people online are autistic AF. Every single person who watches online content in general has some form of autism. Like, that's just the way of it. You've got to be, if you have a Twitter account, you have some form of mental illness. Okay? Even Nick. Okay? Everybody. You don't enter that type of environment without having some form of mental illness. Okay? And so I hate that idea that, Xylee overstepping or Xylee pushing essay allegations really helped Edwin. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Okay. And I am almost damn sure that if those types of allegations were pushed against Nick or Aiko or anybody, none of them would be okay with it. None of them would think, oh, yes, finally, this will help my case. Nobody thinks that way. And if you think that other people think that way, you're either being purposely bad faith and stupid, or you're just stupid. I don't know. You're just stupid, okay? Point blank, period.
Because Babs wasn't saying that she was sexually abused. Xylee was saying that, speaking for her. And because of that, setting the bar to sexual assault versus what Babs was actually saying, which was they were being weird and making her uncomfortable, that is a much higher bar to reach. And falling short of that makes everyone go, oh, you're lying. And certain people took advantage of that and exploited that. And Nick knows exactly what happened. And that's why he's saying that right now.
And I also, sure. But also, it doesn't need that extreme, Aiko. It doesn't need that extreme of a bar for people to say, oh, you're lying. Because just the tiniest thing, just the slightest change in story, just the slightest deviation will get people to say, oh, you're lying. Okay? But also, I love that Aiko's like, Xylee was talking for Babs. When in this stream, that is exactly what Aiko is doing. Because Babs isn't on this stream. Okay? Babs isn't on this live stream at all. I could guarantee she never comes up on this live stream. Like, she does not call in. Okay? So the entire live stream is Aiko speaking for Babs. Every single video that's been done about Edwin and Babs are people speaking for Babs. The only time that Babs spoke for herself was when she was in different chats or on Twitter. and on the Keemstar show. Those are the only times that Babs spoke for herself. Every other time, I don't care if she was okay with what you were doing. I don't care if she co-signed what you were doing. You were speaking for her. Okay? Now, Xylee overstepped, but the way that everything happened with this Babs and Edwin drama, was very much like, it was just, oh, you guys don't think that's bad? Here's this. Oh, you guys don't care about that? Here's this. Oh, you guys don't care about that? Here's this. It escalated and escalated and escalated with every single second. Every single time someone covered it, there was more. Like, it was almost like months and months and months of just new information. And the only reason why someone does that is because they realize that their first, I guess, allegation or coming out story, so to speak, didn't hit the way they thought it did. So they're like, well, shit. Okay, you guys don't care that he did that to me? Well, here's some other stuff that you guys don't know. What do you think about that? Okay, that's always the case. And if you disagree with me, fight me in the comments, because just comment and interact. Thank you.
Remember, Nick helped him make his video using that call. So, cool.
I also love that throughout this stream, Ike was very much Nick, very Nick. This is a very anti-Nick call, okay? And like, to say Nick helped someone make a video and to say that Nick helped Edwin make his video is so off base, okay? The most that Nick did was he listened to the call. By the way, we'll get into that. He listened to the call and probably gave some optics checks, which that's perfectly fine and understandable. But the way Aiko probably thinks of it is Nick was there from beginning to end, rooting on Edwin, saying, yeah, put that in. Don't put this in. Yeah, take that out. Put this in. Oh, do that. Oh, yeah. No, Nick wasn't the creative director of Edwin's big, stupid Babs video. Okay. Nick wasn't anything for the most part, because pretty much confirmed, by the way, Aiko, because, I asked, he listened to the call, and the call is this call between Babs and Edwin that Edwin had like a clipped version in his video, and Edwin had said that he was going to release the full version of, but he never did, probably because the drama died and everyone was like, all right, well, whatever, fuck Edwin, and moved on. Okay. But Aiko thinks that because Nick allowed Edwin on this stream and didn't completely mog him and just shut him down every single second, that somehow that means Edwin's back in the house. And I'm like, no, Edwin's not back in the house, but Edwin is content. Okay. And Edwin made this stream much more entertaining. Edwin was used because Edwin is a locale, Aiko. And I can almost guarantee that you or President Sunday, if you guys had a chance to get Edwin on a call in a live stream, I can almost guarantee you would take it. Why? Because the views. And that would be understandable. Okay? It would be understandable. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. That made it way easier on you.
Yeah, okay. No, dude, I did not want to talk about that woman at all, and that was the final question. Oh, fucking A. That video took me a while. Why
you were fucking
The
happy.
video took you a while. Yes, it did. And it probably would have taken forever if Nick didn't help.
You're like, ah.
What? No. I'm telling you again, Aiko. Nick was not the creative director or even the associate director or associate producer of Edwin's video, but Aiko, because, you know, same Aiko, same ish, has it in her head that Nick was so very deeply involved in this video. And I'm not going to touch on it anymore because I'm not going to keep on repeating myself about the fact that Nick was not really at all involved in this video other than probably just listening to the call. Okay? I have to look back to verify, but pretty sure it was just listening to the full call. Listening, Aiko, by the way. Listening. Okay, can confirm I'm right. Anyways, carry on.
Between that story and this.
You're just
fucking A. That video took me a while.
You were fucking happy. Like, this dumb fucker just fucked up. I'm gonna use this to claw my way back.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And Nick knows this, which makes it so much worse that he helped, you know, because he always knew this. It's like, why did you have to interfere? You didn't have to do anything. Like getting acquitted from first-degree murder when you should have been accused of manslaughter kind of thing. Exactly. That's exactly it. Like, he didn't have to insert himself in this. Like, I was doing the work. I was making my case. I was building my case. But Nick literally cucked me. It's like,
Oh my god. I think I'm going to have to go through the entire video instead of my timestamps because, oh my god. Oh my god. Stop. Can it stop, Aiko? Stop. You're doing the same thing. Go back. Go back and look at how you were doing before. Oh, Nick didn't have to insert himself. You didn't have to insert yourself. You didn't have to insert yourself. Xylee was taking care of it. Nobody knew who the fuck you were until you self-inserted yourself. And then you're like, I was doing the work. I was getting it done. No, you weren't. You were making things worse because what you were doing was you were researching live on stream. You were like doing your live stream research, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then during that whole situation, you kept on saying, oh, but I know, like kind of like doing the whole, actually, you know what? I actually know something that you guys don't know. And basically, Edwin is a piece of shit. And people are like what? What do you know? Well, we're not going to, like, you guys will see. You guys will all find out once I get everything together and once I make my big video. And you kept on doing that. And you're doing it again, by the way. You're doing the same fucking shit, okay? That you did last time. Leave Babs alone, because you guys want to know something else. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up one more time, word for word. Okay, I asked Babs today if this was her in regards to the call and, you know, wanting it released in regards to Aiko's stream, this stream. I asked Babs today if this was her and she wants it out or something. And she actually told me no. She just wants people to stop talking about her, Aiko. But you are inserting yourself again into drama that's been dead, that Babs doesn't want you to talk about. Okay? Babs doesn't want this. Babs wants people to forget. But you know why people keep on talking about Babs? Not because of some offhand comment that was made on this stream, Okay? Because this whole Edwin's talking about the past drama did not blow anything up. But you reacting to it and acting like Nick stepped in and was like, don't worry, Edwin, I got you. You know what Nick did? Nick tried to fix your shit, your mistakes that you were making, because you kept on doing this. I know something you don't know, and I'm going to allude to it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, or I'm going to tell you what it is, but I'm not going to show you the proof that I have. A lot of that too. A lot of, I actually know stuff, and here's this thing that I'm going to say is true, but I'm not going to show proof. And then when you ask for proof, I'm going to say, just wait, it will all come out. I'll show you guys once I have everything put together. And this is what she's doing. She's doing it all over again. And you know who hurt Babs the most during that whole debacle? It was you, Aiko. You hurt Babs the most. And you're doing it again. Stop. Okay? You, like, if you want to go after Edwin for whatever you want to go after Edwin for, fine. But this whole, oh, Nick cucked me. No, he didn't. You cucked yourself because you kept for like months, it seems like. Okay, it was probably weeks, but it was like daily, night after night after night after night. Bitch, I have like several videos because of you doing this whole making allegations that are untrue. Okay, the very first time I leaked a conversation publicly, like the first time I leaked a DM, a private DM between me and someone, was when I did it with Aiko. And you know why? Because she was accusing Matt Pitt of something that was so outrageous, and she had to apologize for that. Okay, because once I leaked it, she was like, okay, well, yeah, I wasn't really, I didn't know what I was talking about. My bad, guys. Had I not leaked that, she would have made this, like, this, she was teasing a Matt Pitt video where Matt Pitt is the cabal leader, which, let's just be fair, she was correct. He is the cabal leader, but she didn't have proof of that. Okay. JK, by the way. Holy crap. I have to tone indicate just in case she watches this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop. Nick didn't cuck you. You cucked yourself, okay? Because you shouldn't have been sitting there talking about shit that you supposedly, by your own words, had proof of, and then refused to show it because, by your own words, you guys have to wait. And she would make dates. She would set deadlines and then not meet them. And then when people gave her shit, like, hey, where's that video that you just said was going to come out? She was like, I'm still working. New stuff has come out. I was like, okay, what new stuff? You guys will see. Like, she made this the worst thing for Babs. Okay? Because Keemstar was handling it. Xylee was handling it. Okay? Keemstar, Xylee, Nick, all of them were shitting on Edwin and Salvo the entire time. Larger channels with more pull and more viewership were doing it. But Aiko was like, oh, I want in on this too. Oh, is that a victim I smell? Let me get in on this. Come here, Babs. Let me take you under my wing. I'll take good care of you. Bitch, you fucked it up for Babs. And you're doing it again. Period. Nick wasn't just like Matt Pitt wasn't some mastermind. Nick is not some mastermind. Holy shit. Let's go to my comments, because this just gets nuts. And then all like, oh my God. And I said at 2:02:41, how do we know that Nick has the full call? We don't, by the way. And he doesn't, by the way. FYI, if you're not aware, Nick doesn't have this link to the full call. He can't share the full call because he doesn't have access to the full call. He did listen to the full call. He knows that there's a full call, but he doesn't have access to it. Okay? But let's hear her say it. Let's hear her make it.
So it was a call Nick does. Edwin and Nick. Why'd everyone stop talking to Edwin? Well, he did a lot of things to a lot of people.
You see that? Nick and Edwin apparently have the full call, but she doesn't even know that. But that's what Aiko does. She makes claims based on how she feels, okay? It's based on her feelings, how she feels. She feels that Nick has the full call. She feels that Nick was associate producer of Edwin's video about Babs. She feels like it's real and it's true, but it's not because he doesn't. Do you really think, she really thinks that Nicholas fucking Diorio, big leaker of the commentary community, would have access to that call and not leak it? Clearly you're misguided. Clearly you haven't been around long enough. Holy shit. Ask John Swan what he thinks about that. Ask John Swan what he thinks about Nicholas Diorio supposedly having access to a full call and not leaking it. Okay? Ask anybody. Ask anybody. Here's my answer. He doesn't have it. And I know for a fact he doesn't have it. Because I asked. Okay? But you, of course, didn't, Aiko. You didn't verify anything. You just go on your feelings. And that's fine to do when you're like some crunchy self-help guru thingy, blah, blah. When you're Brittany Simon, by all means, go by your feelings. But not when you're dealing with shit like this. You can't just make false claims about person willy-nilly like that. It's just, it's horrible. It's horrible. And I said, what is the context? And get this, you'll see when I cover it Friday. And that was 10 days ago. That Friday already passed. Okay? And we'll get into why, but here.
And why everything happened the way it did, and the context that Nick has withheld from the public explicitly. So I'm just noting receipts to pull for Friday, either this Friday or the following Friday, where I'm going to explain the entire situation to Sunday. Hey, Allie. But basically, it's about how Nick decided to sweep the Edwin stuff. He talks about how he has to take out the trash himself, but the reality is that like you literally cannot take out the trash without Nick giving his approval. He helped Edwin make his video about this girl, this 2 hour and 17 minute and 48 second video. He helped Edwin make this video that used a recorded call that Repzilla got the girl Babs into by saying that Edwin was going to Roblox himself. And he recorded that call, and then he cut it up out of context and made an over 2 hour video to lie about her. And then Nick showed that video on stream and then had a quote unquote fireside chat with him on about it, and has gatekept information that's never been released, including that secret recorded call that I've asked him for multiple times that he has not released.
By the way, Nick has confirmed that Aiko has not asked him for that call once. Not once has Aiko reached out to Edwin, gosh darn it, reached out to Nick about this call that she thinks wrongly, confirmed wrongly, Nick has access to. Also, Nick didn't help Edwin. Nick did not help Edwin with the video. Holy shit. Holy shit. Go through. Do you think Aiko's going to go through and show where Nick supposedly in her imaginary world says that he helped Edwin with the whole fucking video? No, of course not. Because it doesn't exist. Okay? Do you think, like, I literally asked, she talks about he deliberately withheld context. What is the context? You'll see when I cover it Friday. Well, Friday's passed, and apparently she was gonna talk about the context that's missing tomorrow or today, depending on when I release this video. But I'm recording it on Thursday. Okay, it's 7:00 at night. It's 7:00 on the dot. I'm sorry, that is so cringe of me. Anyways, she says that she's gonna release this context tomorrow because she said she was going to release it last Friday, but she didn't. So now she's saying she's going to release it tomorrow. I don't think she's going to, because you know what? She doesn't have it. She doesn't know. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. Okay? Aiko, you have no fucking idea what the fuck you're talking about. And you're lying. You're a dirty little liar. You're a Weasley little liar, Aiko. You didn't talk to Nick. You didn't ask Nick constantly for this call. Because you know why? If you did, he would have said, bitch, I don't have it. What are you talking about? Ask Edwin. I don't have the call. And all would be resolved. You haven't talked to Nick at all. Okay? Not once. So stop lying. Stop lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. I can't. I hate and love talking about Aiko because I have so much to say, but it's also so incredibly frustrating. Frustrating! Jesus Christ, you make me so angry. And yet, you are such great content for me. I love it and I hate it. It is both the bane and the brightness of my existence to talk about you when you get like this. But yes, there is no context that Nick's withholding because Aiko knows there's no context that Nick's withholding. She knows that there's no information that Nick was withholding, but she's just lying because she's mad that Nick deigned to let Edwin on a phone call on a live stream and didn't completely mog him, even though he kind of did. He just didn't do it the way Aiko wanted him to. And that's also the issue with Aiko. She's a control freak. You're not doing it the way I like it. Oh, Keemstar's helping Babs, but he's not doing it the way I want him to. So I'm going to do it. Oh, Xylie's helping Babs, but she's not doing it the way I want her to. So I'm going to step in and I'm going to take care of it and then completely fucking ruin it. Completely fucking ruin it. But I'm going to be like, no, I mean, I was going to do a good job. It's just Nick stepped in the way. No, you were doing a horrible job. So Nick stepped in and fucking crushed Edwin. Okay? You were trying to crush Edwin, but you were doing such a shitty job at it that Nick had to step in for you. And now you're mad because Nick crushed Edwin, and now Nick gets to have Edwin on a call, and you don't get that. That's all. That's what you're mad about. That's why you're lying about Nick. It's because you're mad that Nick did the job that you couldn't do, that you refused to do, that you said you constantly excused the fact that you couldn't do the job on, that you were still working on getting information together. And that was the problem. You didn't have the information that you thought you knew you could get. And so you were sitting there talking about all this information that you were going to release before you even had it because you thought you could get it. And then you found out that It doesn't exist. And you're doing it again. You're talking about information that you think you can get or that you think you have. And then you're going to realize, or you already did realize, which is why you didn't do it on Friday, like you said in the comment, that, oh shit, that information that I thought I could get doesn't actually exist. So I'm going to go in another direction. Or I'm going to I'm just not going to do the stream on Friday that I told Jessica Pizzle I was going to do, because I don't have the information that I thought existed, because it doesn't exist. And I'm a dirty Weasley little liar. Jesus Christ. Pizzle is popping off, y'all. Okay, last bit from this part. But I said Nick was talking about Xylee here.
See, even you fucking put her
No,
on.
I feel bad because she gets dragged every few months, and I think that's warranted.
There you go. She does. Every few months. And a year later, here I am.
She fucking should, if we're being real.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If you ain't got none...
And yes, they were talking about Xylee, who does get dragged every few months. Okay? They weren't, but Aiko thinks that they were talking about Babs. Because Aiko's just perpetually confused, but she doesn't realize that she's confused. She's the least self-aware person. Not the least. I say that about a lot of people, but she's up there, okay? She's up there with the non-self-awareness. But Aiko, stop lying. You're being a dirty little liar. You're being a dirty little liar because you are trying to pretend like you have all this information, but you actually don't have it, but you're acting like you already have it and thinking that you'll be able to get it. But unfortunately, I'm so sorry to break it down to you, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. This information in this context that you're talking about doesn't exist. So, but I'm pretty sure she already pivoted because, well, I'll show you. Now, admittedly, I recorded this on my cellular device, but this was what went down that Friday when she was supposed to be talking about and sharing and exposing and releasing all this fake stuff that she said she had, but we all know she doesn't because it doesn't exist. But check this out.
How are you feeling?
Mildly ill. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit loopy.
A bit loopy? How much have you imbibed so far?
I had a couple nibbles of shrooms.
Of shrooms?
Yeah, that's the only thing I have. I don't have any weed.
By the way, is it clear to you guys why she's back on this ish? Why it's same Aiko, same ish? I don't know if you guys caught that, but it's pretty clear to me what the contributing factor is. I'm just saying.
Well, that's interesting. So, what are you seeing right now?
Nothing. It doesn't really do very much to me. By the way,
I beg to differ.
if you remember in Sunday's chat, the emote with the squid on his head.
Yeah, what are we doing next week?
Oh, next week we're probably doing...
Is that the big thing finally?
Yeah, about what happened last year regarding Edwin and Nick. So, yeah.
Nick DeOrio? Or?
Yeah, Nick DeOrio.
Okay.
Cucking me. And that's why I ultimately never made an official presentation of what I found with Edwin and the minors. So.
Do you notice that? So it went from Nick cucked me with the Babs story that I was taking care of, right? We all listened to it. If you guys forgot, you guys aren't actively listening in my video, but she literally was talking about how Nick cucked her with the Babs story. And now, because Nick exposed that Babs does not want Aiko to take care of the story for her, does not want Aiko to touch the story, because everyone knows that Aiko's the reason why she fucked it up. Everyone knows that Aiko's the reason it got fucked up. So now Aiko is pivoting to, well, actually, you know what? Funny thing. Nick actually cucked me with the Edwin Miners story. You know, the one that Colton already released and everyone was like, bruh, what? I mean, it's weird, but really? See, that's the thing. Aiko, either Aiko's, again, being a Weasley little liar, or because President Sunday, who I enjoy and I very much like, I have no real personal issues with Aiko. I have issues with the way she does things, but I don't have an issue with her as a person. And President Sunday, I have not seen him be entirely untrue, or I haven't seen him being exposed for lying about things the way Aiko has been exposed for. He seems to, like, if I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to have shit to back it up. Like, he backs up his own shit. That's how I know President Sunday, okay? Whether or not you agree with his interpretation of it, he still backs it up, okay? Aiko doesn't do that. And so Aiko found out either one, that the call, that Nick doesn't have this call, and that Babs doesn't want this call out. 2, she just found out she's a liar and she lied the entire time. Or 3, she's shifting goalposts to it being about the Edwin Snapchat minor stuff because she doesn't want to look stupid in front of President Sunday, who is very much President Sunday cares about his credibility. Aiko, I'm unsure about. I don't think Aiko really cares about her credibility. President Sunday certainly does. Aiko, it's iffy. If you cared so much, you would back up what you're saying, you know, the way President Sunday does.
Yep. So we'll do that.
It's a shame. It's about time that lazy, pencil-wristed bastard did some mining.
Yeah. True. Okay.
Okay.
I think that's enough for today, right?
I think that's enough for today.
And that's enough for me. Anyways, moral of the story is Aiko didn't release the video damning Nick and with all this context and exposing this context that Nick was hiding purposefully because it didn't exist. So she didn't do it last Friday. And she's probably not going to do it this Friday either because President Sunday's there. And President Sunday is going to be like, ooh, I don't know if we should talk about this because I don't think that there's anything here. Not to mention, what the fuck does Nick have to do with the minor Snapchat shit? Right? But Aiko, that's the thing. Aiko wants to be mad at Nick and she wants her audience mad at Nick because Nick mogged Edwin. Nick mogged Edwin. Nick exposed Edwin. Nick took down Edwin the right way. And Aiko was like, all my hard work gone up in flames because Nicholas Diorio. But it wasn't hard work. It was just her watching streams and then concocting things in her head and then convincing herself that her imagination was real. But Aiko, it's just your imagination. It's just in your head, honey. It's just in your head. And I need you to get out of your head and start thinking a little logically. I don't know if you're educated or what your education is, but maybe use that. Okay? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all that good shit. Have a good day. Goodbye.